So I'm at a barbecue, family barbecue, and topic comes up of what I do. And I was talking about egg donation. And one of my cousins looked over at me and said, I would be an egg donor, but I want to have kids later on. And I thought, okay. And this led to the question, can I still get pregnant if I donate my eggs? Let's talk about it. Hello, I'm Corlandos Scott, and I'm an assisted reproduction attorney in LA, which means that I help people do stuff like donate their eggs. In this video, we're going to talk about the risks of donating eggs, the process of donating eggs, and the effect of donating eggs on a woman's body. Let's get to it. So, can I still get pregnant after I donate eggs? That's really a fair question. Because not many people know about the intricacies of the science of reproductive endocrinology. I do this stuff all the time, and I still have to call my colleagues all the time and say, hey, how does this work again? So I totally get it. Now, we have to dig into the question a little bit more because there are risks and certain potential side effects of donating eggs that you have to think about affecting you or affecting your ability later in life. And it can range from very insignificant things to potentially significant things. So for instance, egg donation is of course an invasive and involved medical procedure that has documented risks, short-term and long-term, like I mentioned. And since the process involves changing the hormone levels of the egg donor in order to really produce that quality of viable eggs, then egg donors do endure some side effects. So let's look at the process of egg donation, and let's start at the normal process of a woman's creation of mature eggs, or a mature egg, I should say. So the thing is, naturally, each cycle, a woman's body starts to mature around 10 to 20 eggs, and those eggs compete with each other, and then some get reabsorbed into the woman's body and then disappear. And as you probably already know, typically each cycle a woman releases one egg. And that's the way that it would normally go in a woman's normal menstrual cycle. But through egg donation, we're using that one menstrual cycle and you're given fertility stimulating medication that allow you to make it possible to have more than one egg mature at once. That's where we get the mass quantity of eggs that the doctors and the hopeful parents hope to go in and retrieve from those egg donors. So that's what makes an egg donation cycle different from the typical normal cycle that a woman would experience on a normal monthly basis. So let's look at the question of, are there complications just in general that lead to losing your ability to produce quality eggs later on in life? Well, yes. For one, all medical procedures come with some level of risk. Go to your medicine cabinet, grab that bottle of Tylenol, and look on the back of it and read all that fine print. Everything dealing with medicine comes with some level of risk, even taking a simple Tylenol. Second, as we age, our body naturally ages too. I think I saw a tweet from John Cryer, don't know why that popped into my mind right now, but he said, gravity always wins. You can't beat Father Time. He's undefeated. So yes, as we age, our bodies naturally age too, and our bodies diminish in ability as we get older, especially with regards to fertility. And then thirdly, if we don't take care of our body, then our body doesn't work as well. If we smoke, if we don't stay fit, if we drink alcohol, if we drink too much caffeine, if we just ignore our body, all of these things play a role in the quality of the eggs a woman produces. One of the most interesting things to me that's, I guess, the difference between men and women is that men constantly produce new sperm in cycles, whereas a woman is born with every egg she'll ever have. Hey, if you're thinking about being an egg donor and this was one of the questions that caused you to kind of pause, let me know in the comments below. And let me know if you have any other questions about parts of being an egg donor that you kind of need to have answered before you're really ready to pull the trigger and help another family grow through assisted reproduction. So let's wrap it up by talking about the effects of egg donation on a woman's body. Now, this effect is kind of indirect, but I actually look at it as sort of a benefit. One of the perks of going through an egg donation cycle is, number one, becoming familiar about the medical process and getting answers directly from professionals who are normally not available to provide free answers to life-changing questions like your fertility. But as an egg donor, you get a free one-on-one consultation with a reproductive endocrinologist. So you can talk about your own fertility questions, you can get answers about your own body, and find out more about your chances for future reproduction. And if, God forbid, you do have fertility issues in the future, you get to know people you may need to work with if you need any of that help for yourself. One of the other effects of egg donation on a woman's body is, let me cover this from during the process. One of the other questions I get is, can you become pregnant while you're going through the process of donating your eggs? And the answer is yes. Keep this in mind. Egg donors are typically people who are not dealing with fertility challenges. So while you're on the stimulating medications as an egg donor, you will be super fertile. Like super fertile. Keep that in mind. I don't think anyone really wants to be the next Octomom. In all seriousness, during an egg donation cycle, you're going to be giving yourself hormone shots, and those shots place you at a much higher chance of getting pregnant than you would otherwise. And this is the main reason why egg donors are strictly advised to follow the doctor's instructions to avoid any sexual activity during the phase of the process where the doctor advises you to. So in addition to the fact that if you got pregnant while you're in the middle of an egg donation cycle, you'd more than likely be breaching the contract that you had between yourself and the parents, but you'd also be putting yourself at great risk of a multiples pregnancy. And multiples pregnancies are always higher risk than a singleton pregnancy. And that's not something that you want to take lightly. If you're thinking about giving a hopeful parent or a couple that's hoping to be parents the amazing gift of growing their family through egg donation, and you're wondering how to get started, or you're looking for some more answers, just click the link below and reach out to me. I'm happy to answer any questions you have. See you in the next episode.